which is now taking you away from the Tarmagan building at 3,600 feet, going back to base station at 2,084 feet. Joining time approximately 8 minutes.
The entire view of the Strand to the Murray coast and beyond is something quite special, and hopefully weather conditions and visibility today will permit you to enjoy it. Panoramic views are weather dependent, but hopefully to the left, facing down the hill, you can see the large glacial eroded corrie, Corrie Cass. The name Corrie Cass, which is translated from the Gaelic language, means steep hollow. All the names of the mountains and glens in the surrounding area are of Gaelic origin, but some have been anglified over the years. Within Corrie Cass there is a small network of footpath trails for you to enjoy, which start in the car park. You can get more information about these walking routes from the Ranger Base, which is situated in the base station. Further afield and directly ahead, Glenmore may be visible, along with Lochmore. Both of these areas offer many attractive walks and cycle paths, which are generally protected from the worst of the weather by the forest.
Some of you might be wondering why this is called the funicular railway. The word funicular comes from the Latin word funus, which means rope. We are a rope train. The whole rope is a thick rope attached to the top end of both the carriages, and there's a thinner, lighter weight rope attached to the bottom end of both the carriages. That's the tension rope, and it forms a complete loop. As we move down, we're pulling the other carriage up. And when the top carriage moving down has more people on board than the one going up, we generate the electricity, which gets fed back into the national grid. This is the widest passenger funicular railway in the world. Our track gauge is 2 metres, carriage width 3.2 metres. It has to be a more stable vehicle due to the high winds that we get. We're not allowed to run it in wind speeds over 75 miles per hour for the public, but it can run wind speeds much higher. It's a bit shaky then though. Now looking down at the passing loop, you'll notice there are no points on the loop. We don't need them as we have double flanged wheels on one side of each car. Ours are on the right hand side, so we always go down to the right on the loop. Our left hand wheels are rollers. They roll across the rope and track to get onto the middle of the track. The carriage 2 vehicles have flanged wheels on the left hand side. Each carriage weighs a total of 15 tonnes, that's the equivalent of 12 family cars, and can carry a maximum of 120 passengers standing. That's in the winter when there's no seats on board. At this time of the year, we'll board 60 maximum. Now looking downhill out to your right, you'll see our cast boiler garage. The big red machines sitting outside are the cast boilers, or pasty bashers as we call them. They're used for moving the snow around and smoothing it down on pistes, and for building the jumps for the skiers and snowboarders. They're also very helpful at clearing the snow away from the side of the funicular track. The fencing out here on the mountain is snow fencing. Scottish ski resorts are very windswept and barren, and we rely on these fences to help build the snow for the ski runs. The snow gets blown into the fencing and drifts build up along the lee side, and then the pasty bashers can come all move the snow out to the side of the fences, spread it out, pack it down on the ski runs. The big metal towers and pylons that you see out here are T-bars and pomas. Those are surface toes that the skiers and snowboarders use to be hauled up on their own equipment. The funicular track has 92 support columns made of an Irish aggregate. That was used because it matches the colour of Cairngorm granite, and the highest column is 4 metres. And it's a regular sight in the winter to see a team on the side with shovels digging out the track to try and get the funicular up and ran out of places to put the snow. The drive for the funicular is via two 500 kilowatt motors. They are located at the top station and both get used when we're open for snow sports and run at our top speed of 10 metres a second. The journey of just under 2 kilometres is done in 4 minutes then. Throughout the summer months we only use one motor that slows the carriages to 5 metres a second, giving an 8-minute journey. The whole system is operated by computer from the control room at the top. Normal braking is due to surface disc brakes, and we also have 3 sets of track brakes on board. This funicular was built by Doppelmayr, who was a Swiss company. The electrics are by Freyag, an Austrian company. They worked side by side to build funicular railways for ski resorts, and this one was built to replace 2 ancient chairlifts. They were pulled down in April 2001, and our first public run was the 23rd of December 2001. Now looking downhill out to your left, you'll see our mountain garden. It's the highest mountain garden in the UK, and the unusual building in the garden is our camera obscura. As we get closer to the base station, you'll see a swing down to the same side. That's a seat from one of the old chairlifts. And down here in the base station, you may have been admiring the Buckingham sculptures. Well, those are chainsaw carvings, and they were made by Ian Chalmers. He lives and works at Rosemarkie on the Black Isle. If you want to go round and have a look at